Guys, Mustang here bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today I wanted to try out a bit of an interesting team build here for an Android/Cell Saga team using the Tech Trunks and a couple of the other units, both the Tech Support TN and the Cell. Because when it comes to the Cell, obviously we do have the Vegeta on Android/Cell Saga, who is an extreme unit. The rest of the team, unless you're really splitting into dividing the team between Saiyans and Androids, it's probably not the best selection of extreme characters. So we actually don't have enough extreme characters for Cell to get his potential orb change turn. But we do for TIEN. But of course we do have enough tech units on the team that they will both get their guard for the first couple of turns, which is probably the more important thing. And then, of course, on this team, Second Form Cell will be providing the 60% support to the Vegeta. So, unfortunately, we didn't get the best starting rotation here. Having both the Trunkses on the first turn is not really something that I would have wanted. But we do at least have the 60% support. And we got lucky in the sense that there is no super attack in slot 1. So at least we have that to work with. So we can go ahead and do this, and then I guess we just grab these for you and see how this goes. Cell is in slot 7, so he'll be on turn 3. At least here Trunks has the potential to actually get some attacks off before he then has to get attacked himself. Getting a couple of supers here means we should, hopefully at least, be able to take a super without taking a ridiculous amount of damage, especially here with the triple super. Doesn't matter that the third one doesn't connect because we're able to get that extra bit of defense anyway. And we do have our guard proccing because, of course, you know, good old our boy Trunks, right? We've got our Android/Cell Saga allies because the whole team is Android/Cell Saga, to be fair. But that means he only has a 50% chance to guard. Omega, of course, can be attack lowered. And both Cell and TN do lower attack. So that is certainly useful for this first phase as well. So the friend Trunks here, shout out to Sky, one of the members from the Discord. And if you are a channel member, you do have access to the members only area in the Discord if you sync up your YouTube and your Discord in the Discord settings. I had to put a message in there to ask somebody to set Trunks for me because, funnily enough, Tech Super Trunks friends aren't exactly super common on the friends list at the moment. Crazy, I know, but it is what it is. So we'll do this. Hopefully we can change the AGL orbs to tech here on the next turn, and then we have a huge amount of orbs that we're going to be able to pick up. So that is really good. But yeah, I thought this would be an interesting team to try out because TN is probably, I would say, the worst of the 50% supports. So I decided in the end to not even really bother doing like just a separate, like, here's a showcase video for TN kind of thing, because he's really not that great. I think mine only has the one dupe as well. But this is a setup where, you know, he could at least do some good, right? We've got the Android/Cell Saga team massively buffed by the Vegeta release for Saiyan Day, as well as the Int 16 Easy A. And so TN is at least going to be supporting Super Trunks. Although, of course, as we saw from the first turn, they don't share any links. So that is a thing that we kind of have to deal with. But this is certainly an interesting situation here because we can action break in slot 1. And of course, we know how this this guy loves to super in slot 1. So I think, what do you guys share off? Oh, he's just sharing the limit. Okay. So let's go ahead and we might as well get Trunks' active skill in the video. I don't get to see it all that often. So Trunks' active skill in the Super Saiyan form is an action break, as well as doing some damage. And then, of course, once he becomes Super Trunks, it is the Ghost Usher ability for the turn. But we can do this here, and then we can get all of these orbs. So we can get 18 orbs total. Only one is Rainbow. So his start of turn defense, bear in mind, this is no links active. He is technically getting 10% support from Cell, because they support each other 10% and then give the super or extreme class the 50%, right? So they do give each other a little bit of support, and that does mean that Trunks gets an extra 10% support from Cell as well. So now he's up to 750k defense here. We want to try and make sure we get a decent pickup of orbs for Cell as well. So we can get 8 orbs here. And then, of course, Cell does greatly raise on super. I've already done the specific video for him. But yeah, there's the action break in slot 1. 10 million attack stat here for... well, actually, no, it's only 1 million, isn't it, surely? Because with no links active. How many zeros are we looking at? Is it 10 mil? Man, I wish... It'd be nice if they had the commas in the attack stat, wouldn't it? But... either way, pretty decent for TIEN. It was a pretty sizable chunk of tech orbs, actually, to be fair. So, of course, it was 10 million, right? You get 70% per orb. So, there's no way it's only 1 million. Now, he is only getting a 170 lead from this team. I don't know. Does he actually have any 200% leads that are even somewhat relevant? Let's see. Let's get the cards page up here on Dokkan Info. It does make the thing slow down a little bit, but... Let's put in TN. Where's our boy Tech TN? There he is. Alright, so Tech TN, 200% leaders. Oh, wait, he does get a 200% lead from him. Wow, there we go. Wait, what are his secondaries? Oh, Earthbred Fighters, of course. For some reason, I thought it was Rapid Growth and then something else. But yeah, so TN is getting the 200% leader skill from Trunks, so that is good. Alright, so we can... I kind of want to keep... Oh, man, I wanted to keep the other Trunks on the rotation, too. I wanted to keep Vegeta here just so we could see the rotation where he links up with... well, I say links up with, but gets supported by Cell. So... I guess we can... We should use the active skill, because obviously the more times Trunks attacks, the quicker he transforms. So we should use his active skill. And then, there's no way we don't kill this turn. Right? I mean, I'll save the tech orbs anyway, just in case. But there's no way we don't kill him on this turn, right? He's suffered a whole bunch of attack lowers. So his normal attacks are not going to do any damage. His supers aren't going to do any damage to anyone on this particular rotation. And he doesn't have a lot of HP left. So we're probably going to get through this turn fairly easily here. Tech Vegeta, of course, getting the opportunity to get a couple of stacks in. And then we can move on to the STR phase. Saving, now, of course, with TN and Cell, we talked about this in Cell's video a little bit, that against Omega, not really the greatest matchup, right? Because when we get to the final phase, these guys' guard will have run out, and then we're up against an enemy doing AoE attacks. So, not really ideal for these guys. However... That's where hopefully the running the double Trunks setup is going to come in clutch for us, because of course we will be able to get the Ghost Usher ability with Trunks and then cancel out those turns, and we can do that 2 turns in a row. So then depending on the offensive power that we're then able to put out on those turns, we might be looking at some the ability to maybe even finish Omega in 2 turns, but it depends, right? Because we're going to transform Vegeta at that point. We'll have Cell ideally on rotation with him as well, and then on like with the active skill turn and everything, he has the potential to do some wild damage. But we'll see how that pans out here. So we can get a nice big turn. Is he going to get supered in slot 1 though? That's the only thing, because we can get 13 orbs here, one of which is Rainbow. So that puts him at 557k defense, which is okay, but it's not like double-digit tank his super attack in slot 1 good, right? So, of course he did. I should have known, right? He always does. Why am I even surprised at this point? 154k though. I guess that isn't terrible for our boy TN here. And that's without the guard active, so not the end of the world, I guess. And then, of course, now that Super Trunks is out, this is always the thing about Tech Trunks, right? People will complain about Tech Trunks, but we're always talking about the Super Saiyan Tech Trunks. Once Super Trunks comes out, that's when he can cook, right? Because we could have got multiple extra supers as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and... I want to try and get these Tech Orbs down here. So we'll do this, and then, yep, grab these for you. Because then that will allow Cell to get 7 orbs with 6 tech. Not too bad. Of course, Omega, the AoEs are going to be a little bit of a concern, but they do hit for less as he hits each individual enemy. So hopefully we'll be all good here. Int 16. Taking a bit of damage there from the Omega Super, but we'll see how we go. The Rocket Punch. I'm a little bit concerned with the damage he's taken at this point. I kind of thought 16 would be maybe a little bit better for the slot 1 tanking. we kind of are relying, of course, like I say, on the int phase to really get these active skills with the super trunkses. Although I think I should have, on the previous rotation, I was meant to float off the trunks, because we're going to end up with a double trunks turn on the next rotation, which is not really what we want. Although, how many times did the other one attack? One of them might not actually transform, which would be good because then they're linked together, but I think the other one is going to transform. But yeah, Cell, obviously not an ideal rotation for him, but giving the link, the support to the Tech Vegeta is good. We are going to get the other Trunks to transform. So, see how this plays out here. Well, actually, we're quite low on HP, weren't we? So, yeah, we're going to get the TIEN full orb field change here, which is good. And then also, what I could do, now, we can go ahead and do this, right? So, we get 23 orbs for TIEN. That gives us a full heal, which then also gives us the ability to then use the Ghost Ushers for the Trunkses if we wanted to. TN is at 940k defense. Unfortunately, these guys are at 240 and 230, so the AoE not really ideal for them. Do we want to use the active skill here? I mean, it kind of puts us in danger for the very end, right? Because we are taking a risk in terms of the in terms of all the AoEs and stuff. So I don't have any. I don't have any items with me either. All right, so let's go. I'm not going to use his one anyway. Do I want to use it? All attacks become crits, which means we probably would. Yeah, we'll go ahead and use your one. Let's see how this can pan out here. So we do some damage. We remove all the attacks from the turn. So then let's go ahead and grab this. And then we'll see how this pans out here. If we change orbs... Actually, we don't have Cell on the next rotation, do we? I was going to say, if we change the physical orbs to tech on the next turn, that would be pretty good. But there's the crit. Because, of course, remember, the supports all get 10% chance to crit with each type orb obtained. So by picking up 23 orbs, technically they have a 230% chance to crit. Which you probably don't need me to tell you is guaranteed crit. So, pretty nice. And then, of course, Super Trunks able to do his thing here. Remember that no one on this rotation has any links active as well. So, you see these, like, 8 million attack stats from Trunks. And it's like, okay, those are not as high. Like, people always say Trunks does crazy damage, etc., etc. But this is him with no links. He has the 60% support from TN, but no links active. And then we go ahead and take out Omega here. So how are we going to play this? I am a bit concerned about the 16 here. Do I want to do this maybe? I think we go ahead and transform with Vegeta here. And then... do I want you guys to stay together? I probably do. Yeah, let's do this. So, do this. Kind of wanted to get the int orbs for 16, but let's try this out here. I mean, there's a huge possibility that 16 just gets destroyed here. We'll see how this works out. Like, obviously, Vegeta gets the buff. Vegeta's getting hit first as well, so he's going to get his extra attacks off here. Okay, he takes 31k. That's not too bad. Ideally, like, Vegeta takes a super here, if anyone. We did get an action break, although I don't know what the... I bet one of the AoEs isn't going to be the first attack after Vegeta's finished attacking, is it? Because that would be too perfect. Or is it? No, it's not. That would have been nice, but... can't be one of the group attacks that we action break, is it? Could have been the super, though, for all we know. No way to know at this point, but that would be nice. And then Gohan post super should take double-digit damage because he has the his 58% damage reduction. I wonder how well he would tank a super here from Omega. I don't want to find out, of course, but yeah, he tanks the normals now for double-digit damage. So I mean, this works out quite nicely here. In fact, as long as we stay above the certain the HP threshold for Trunks' active skill, then the next turn will be looking pretty good. Yeah, so he didn't super, so I'm going to choose to believe that the action break was on the super, right? No one can convince me otherwise, okay? Alright, so what does Messenger from the Future actually give us? Attack 10%, okay. So we can go ahead and use our active skill here to action break the turn. Because this turn would be absolutely brutal. Like, we would just be dead, especially because we've got no items. Because all 3 of his AoEs are in slot 1. So all 3 of his AoEs, they're just absolutely destroying TIEN and Cell on this turn, right? Just to be very, very clear that is how this would go down. So let's go ahead and do this. We're going to have Trunks with no links active again, unfortunately. But if we get 8 orbs for you, I want to save. Because if we pick up all of those, we don't leave a lot of tech orbs for Cell. So I think we grab 8 orbs for you, because that gives you the 80% chance to crit. Then we grab those for you, so they've both got an 80% chance to crit. And now on the next turn, we should be able to get Vegeta's active skill and then the Dokkan attack. So hopefully it will just be GG next turn, but we will see. Trunks no links again, of course, but getting 70% support on this turn because it's 60 from TN and 10 from Cell. Of course, all attacks during this turn are crits because we did the active skill. And then both these guys should hopefully crit, right? They got an 80% chance to crit here. So it'd be pretty disappointing if they weren't getting crits. Very possible, of course, but there we go. So let's see. We got both of these guys here. Oh no, of course Trunks is... look at these AoEs, man. Omega's such a... so-and-so, isn't he? My god. Alright, well, let's go ahead and do this. It should do some big damage, but we're probably dead now just because Trunks will get absolutely obliterated by these AoEs. Gohan would be okay. We know he takes about 50 to 60k, but yeah, unfortunately. Trunks probably dead here. Yeah, all 3 of them are in slot 1 as well. Like, dude, that's so... Man, that's so brutal. So we'll go ahead and do this, and then we'll do this. We get the Dokkan attack, but we won't even get the Dokkan attack, right? Because we'll be dead before we get a chance to attack here. I guess this is what I get for not saving the other active skill, because, of course, if we'd saved the other Ghost Usher ability, we would have been able to use that on this turn and get the win. But, obviously, going back and looking at the turn, I think if we hadn't used it on that turn, we potentially would have died that turn anyway. So there you go. There's the Android/Cell Saga team. I'm going to leave it as it is. We're going to take the L for that one, but let me know what you guys think. I mean, the team can definitely work. It's just this other problem that I keep mentioning in these recent videos, right, with the global meta currently. Because this is a team that could work reasonably well. Like, if we were fighting a boss that didn't do AoEs, then we had the W there on that turn, right? I wouldn't have needed to use Trunks' active skill in the end of the STR phase if the boss didn't do AoEs. So that could have gone slightly differently, to be sure, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Interesting Android/Cell Saga team. Definitely better, you know, considering how many of the units on the team are tech. Definitely better when you're not fighting in AoE bosses, but let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.